सुपर टीन्स चैनल में आपका स्वागत है और यहाँ पे आप सीखेंगे फाइनेंस, कम्युनिकेशन, बिजनेस और एआई एंड लॉट्स ऑफ माइंडसेट आल्सो। टीन्स कैसे अपने लाइफ को कंट्रोल में लेके आ सकते हैं एंड अवे फ्रॉम डूम स्क्रोलिंग, अवे फ्रॉम games and gossip and all that, and focus on growing and learning and developing high income skills for their future. So let's enjoy this video. You know, everybody knows Uber, right? You book a cab, the cab comes to your house and you go. Before, it was not there 10 years back or 15 years back. What was there? The taxi, which used to stand. There's yellow and black taxi. You might not see those taxis anymore, but just Google it, says old taxis, and in India, it will show a black taxi with a yellow cover, right? That's called taxi. And they have taxi stands. So if you want a taxi, you have to go walk all the way to the stand and then ask for it that, can you come to this place? And it's their choice whether they say yes or no. Sometimes they say, no, I don't want to come. Sometimes you have luggage, you have bags. So you can't carry all the bags to the taxi. So you have to go to the taxi, get the taxi back to your house, and then put the luggage and then go. So that's so much of a problem. So then someone decided, like the Uber who invented Uber, he said, how can I get taxis wherever I want by just clicking an app? So he came up with this idea of Uber, that you get your taxi at your doorstep within 5 minutes. That's how Uber started. That solved such a big problem, right? Such a big problem is solved. And now Uber becomes a billion kind of a dollar company. Do you get the idea what I'm trying to solve? So now think about another problem. How did Facebook started? Mark Zuckerberg, when he was your age, teenager, he wanted to chat with his girlfriend. And he did not know how to, because those days there was no social media. So he built this platform to talk and chat with her girlfriend. In the process, he built this social media, something called Facebook, which was earlier called as Orkut, which was earlier called as MySpace, way back in 2005. He tried to solve a problem on how to communicate with your friends on the internet. And that became billions of dollars. He's one of the richest person right now. Look at Elon Musk. Everybody knows Elon Musk, a genius guy. He's the richest person right now. He's going to be the first trillionaire in the world. You know what? He doesn't even care about money. He wants to solve big problems. Right? Anything what you see, like let's say this phone is a problem solved. It's invented by someone, now we use every day. जब पहले किसी ने बोला था ना कि ऐसा एक फोन होगा जो आपके हाथ में होगा और आप कभी भी किसी से बात कर सकते हो कहीं से भी, people laughed at it 40 years back. Now it's a reality. So it's an idea which comes in your mind first, then it comes in the real world. So who came up with this idea? That, you know, Elon Musk said that cars runs on petrol and diesel. He said we'll have a car which runs on electricity, power. Right? And everybody laughed at him. But he worked hard for it. He put all his money into it. And he built Tesla. He failed 2 times. The last Tesla, the model where he was almost going to go bankrupt, that's when he built the Tesla Model Y model. It became a big success. And now electric cars are a reality. Once he built electric cars, everybody in the world, be it Ford, be it Tata Motors, be it Maruti, be it Honda, be it Mercedes, everybody was forced to build a electric car. So Elon Musk not only changed the business, he changed the game. He changed the game. So while he was building Tesla, he was not thinking that I'm going to become a millionaire or a billionaire or a trillionaire. What he was thinking, I want to solve this problem of gas and petrol and pollution. And he solved it and he became a billionaire. So now, an entrepreneur's job is to solve a problem, create value, and then make money. Does that make sense? Yeah, so many examples I can keep giving you. Like, so let's start with this, the value creation game on your screen. And then the first thing, what you need is problem. Identify real problems faced by people, right? Annoying, slow, costly, confusing. मतलब कहाँ पे लोग irritate होते हैं. People were irritated to book a taxi, go all the way there and come back. And it was slow also. Something which is confusing, something which is slow, something which is expensive, something which is annoying, right? Do you know the story of Netflix? Netflix versus Blockbuster. That's how, that was a problem. I'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. Problems. Once you find a problem, then you have to get the solution. Create a simple and quick solution, right? Which makes life easier, faster, or better. With Uber, our life becomes easier. We don't go all the way to book a cab. We just click the button. We can also choose the type of cab we want. We also choose whatever we want, like everything is there. And it becomes faster, it becomes better. And once problem is solved, you make money. Money comes as a byproduct when people find value. This is how you become an entrepreneur. So, every AI tool is trying to solve some problem. Yes or no? That's how life becomes easier. Look at the words which are used. Now again, go back to this slide and look at problem hoga to kya hoga? Let's make it big. Look at the problems. Problems kya ho sakta hai? It could be annoying, slow, costly, confusing, frustrating, expensive, yeah, costly. Then what could be the solution? Opposite of that. Easier, faster, better. Simple. And then once you do that, you provide value, then money is just a byproduct. So let's, again, I give you the example. Then how I started is like when I was 16, I started trading. And it was a long journey of learning. I had to learn a lot of things. I read so many books. I did so many mistakes. I did so many losses and blunders and all those things. And by the time I learned everything, it was almost 10 years, 12 years, because I had to go from here and there. Like I read this book, then I apply this strategy, then I lose money, then I learn this, learn this, learn this. And it was so much of complexity. And people used to first discourage me also. People said, this is not for you. This is not for common people. Common people cannot make money in stock market. This is only for the rich people. You need to have lots of money to make money. You need to have background in finance to make money in stock market. All these were the problems. And I said, I'm going to solve this problem by making stock market so simple and so easy that everybody can learn. Even a common man can learn. That's how we started Malkan's View. Right? I said, I will teach in such simple language that it becomes easy for a doctor, engineer, lawyer, chartered accountant, MBA, even a homemaker, even a farmer, even a Uber driver can learn it. So that's the problem. So my job is not to teach stock market. I'm not the first one to teach stock market. I am trying to teach stock market in a simple way. Because there are many people who teach, but it becomes so much of jargon and so much of complex that most people don't like it, don't understand. And then when they don't understand, they don't say that the teacher is bad. They say stock market is bad. It's very complex. Nobody can learn stock market, or it's too difficult to make money. So my job is to, how do I make so simple that anybody can learn? That's why we say anybody can trade program, right? So and then you have to keep doing at it. You have to believe in your idea. It's not that ek baar nahi chala to band kar diya. I've been doing this now 2008, right? Now it's almost 18, 19 years, and we are going at it, and keep teaching, keep teaching, keep teaching. Sometimes your idea has to be done so many times that you get the result of it. First time you may not work, right? Tesla didn't work for the first time. All the things which you see successful, they didn't work for the first time. But they kept on going because they had the belief, they had the mindset. They thought that my idea is great. You have to believe in that. If you don't believe in that, it will not work. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned a lot from this video. And also join our Super Teens WhatsApp community, where we are going to give you continuous updates on how you can keep up with the ever-changing world, especially in the world of AI, and your teenager will remain ahead in that.